Hello, I'm Charlie Brooker and you're watching Mindwipe, a program all about telethought. Back in the pre-digital dark ages, television was amazing. It was like a member of the family, except you wanted to spend time with it. There were all manner of shows about newsy political bastards and spoiled teenage bastards and handsome marketing bastards. Of course it wasn't without its downsides. You had to know how all the bits inside worked just in case the screen fell off. And there were all these hidden buttons. Plus you had to use your eyes, like a sort of leery, masturbating Neanderthal. Despite these shortcomings, TV was an immense source of pleasure for a myriad of desperate plebs all around the globe, just like your mum. But the golden age couldn't last forever, and it looked as if internet titans the likes of Netflix and Mecha Netflix would finally bring about the end of D-roll telly. Much to everyone's surprise, however, the killing blow would be dealt by the rise of a brand new technology.
Introducing the V-Cone from Tesla.
Yes, the V-Cone, the sort of entertainment suppository that promised to turn your every waking moment into a personal virtual paradise. Ingested rectally, the V-Cone feeds off the power of society's collective subconscious to create a telephonic daydream from which escape is not only uncomfortable, but probably totally impossible. Probably. No one's ever tried. Normally, when someone says that they can make your dreams come true if you put a rubber toy up your bum, you end up on the front page of Pornhub. But this was way better, because no one had to see your undescended testicles. Despite some initial discomfort, coning became a craze overnight, ushering in a new age of enlightenment where society politely ignored that we all had a foreign object the size of a small dog lodged in our lower colons. Mind you, the V-Cone's far from perfect, and there's more than a few glaring flaws that people tend to overlook. Firstly, the potential of the device is so infinitely unlimited that it's all too easy to overindulge and slip into a state of merciless addiction. Like this poor bugger here, hey, you love it, hey, don't you? At number 2, all the existential horror stuff. Due to some background brainwave mumbo-jumbo, using the V-Cone can occasionally blur the boundaries of imagination and feel a bit like being stuck in an old episode of The Twilight Zone, whether it's becoming trapped in your own personal hell,
That's not fair.
or coming face to face with a nightmare character from your past. In my case, that was Mr. Nosybonk, a dead-eyed kiddie character with the sort of cold, merciless veneer that suggested he could slice your throat in half with little more than a post-it note. Finally, and it is just a small point, but there is a slight chance that the V-Cone might be incredibly evil. Weighing in on this is septic misanthrope Doug Stanhope with an American perspective. Why the fuck does it have to go in your ass? You people are fucking retarded. Thanks, Doug. You ever notice how cunts hate it when you call them cunts? Yes, there's no denying it's all starting to feel a bit dystopian, like some grand master plan by the machines to pacify humanity while the robots rise up to replace us. And just what or whom do you think is powering these machines? He asked knowingly. I mean, call me a pessimist, but even the name sounds a bit sinister. Virtual learning cone. What is it we're supposed to be learning exactly? And why does it have to go in your arse? Cities collapse, the world tumbles further into ruin, and worst of all, nobody seems to give a shit. We'd rather waste away trapped in a hollow simulation of fabricated ecstasy than face the real world, and ultimately, that proves we're doomed as a species. Still, it's better than going outside. Look, he's awake! You're alright, Charlie, we pulled your V-Cone out. You're gonna be okay now.
Hang on, has this whole thing just been one massive ridiculous lie?
Aye, but no to worry, you're back in the real world now.